We are here with the second game, guys, from our series from Gen Con Netrunner 2015. It's the North American Championship. We got Noah McKee on the right. We got Sasha the Shovel Friedman on the left. My name is Steven.
And my name is Tim.
And we got Tim Bunn here in the booth. Andromeda on Sasha's side, the only criminal in the top cut, top 16.
Top 16, only criminal.
What a different world we live in.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
These days. Noah McKee representing the old standby, replicating perfection, and also our data tokens, which is phenomenal. Thank you, Noah, for doing that. If you guys see those, you're interested in those credits that Noah's using, then we got those for sale on the website. We also have Sasha using our click trackers, which is awesome.
Yay!
Thank you, Sasha. We've got those for sale on the website as well. So if you guys want to up your peripherals, then hop on over and check out our data token line. In the meantime, we got a game to talk about here. We got Andromeda drawing the old classic 9, as they say.
As you like to call it, the 9-card yawn.
The old 9-card yawn. Noah McKee has set up his pretty standard opening here. R&D, HQ, and a remote face down.
How much money do you want to bet that remote is a mental health clinic?
Mental health clinic, I would put everything that I own on it. Desperado is played. Dirty Laundry on Archives. Sasha really blowing open the game here.
Really
really expanding the boundaries of what's possible in the game of Netrunner.
Using the deck he's been using for almost 2 years now.
We're gonna, this is important because I think it's really excellent that you have two types. You're right, you have two types of players and two types of metas, right? So like, you can be the Sasha Friedman of this game if you want to. Anyone out there is listening, you can choose your two favorite decks. Run them, tweak them, change them, and play them for 5 years, and you can never switch and still do well. He's proved it. Doesn't matter what the meta is. You can tweak a deck so hard that you just always know how to use it, and it just adapts. Or you can always just be moving around. Do this deck, play the replicating today, play the other one in the next meta. Play some making news later on, and just try to play the meta. So there are two ways to win in this game, and that's why it's so phenomenal. You can do it your way. You've got all the actions you need to make the right calls.
4 of them.
Make the decks work for you. Noah McKee on the right, taking a run on HQ.
Just taking it. Deciding.
Shuffling the cards, looking, and offers them up to Sasha. Let's take a celebrity gift.
Just looking at some drafts.
The last thing really you want to see, economy card, can't do anything about it. Now you're going to be making some money.
You know who could do something about it?
Edward Kim. I tell you, man, in this post-Data and Destiny meta, I think Ed Kim tagged me is the way that I'm going, because I'm not going to not get tagged. It's just going to be impossible to prevent the tags. May as well just play with it. Just take them.
Be tagged.
Yeah, they didn't release any real hard tag punishment that I remember. Haven't looked at the cards hard enough, though, guys, so I could be talking nothing.
Could be talking nothing.
Back into HQ, and we see a Sundew. Love to trash that Sundew.
If you can get a Sundew out of the game and it wasn't in a remote, you're winning that trade.
Pretty solid, man. Pretty solid. And the Economy Online Desperado security testing. You can't deny how good it is, and Batty goes as well.
I would like to imagine that this is a pretty aggressive start.
Mm-hmm. And what is that piece of ice that Passport is prematurely dealing with? Or not? Is it an Enigma?
An Enigma?
Enigma?
It could be a crick.
Could be a crick. There's a hedge fund. Gaining some cash. Yeah, lose your 1, gain your 5.
Yep.
There it is.
Math.
And gains credit for the turn. -1 plus 5 equals 4. It did take 6, that's correct. Talking about it on the table. Pointing. Looking at things. And then hedge fund in the clinic. We all good? We all believe?
Math.
All right, I think that it'll just happen at once. Happen fast. These guys need to be using their click trackers. Look at Sasha laying them out and then not using them. It'll make you a better player, man.
Guaranteed.
It will. I mean, I have a hard time doing it too, but I always do better. Looking at a drive-by in hand there from Sasha, running HQ, and we finally see the toll booth. Didn't want to do it earlier, but there it is. Sasha's going to take 3 and bounce, I imagine.
Yep. Well, he could just pay 4.
He could pay 4, but he won't. He's a very frugal player.
He'll need those credits later when he's digging.
Second click draw. Lobbying to go over to gain 3 on archives and plays a fairy. Establishing his board.
This
Looks
deck
good.
It's just the same deck.
It's just the same deck, Tim.
It's just
nothing,
the same deck.
Nothing crazy. Celebrity gift happens. We've got Sundew, a Susan, a Pup, Future Perfect, and the old Caprice Nisei. Boy, if there's a more classic replicating perfection hand, I just don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, I agree. No, it is replicating perfection. It is beauty.
It is beauty. And Fairy going to blow right through that Susan.
And now what I want to see is Sasha to play a Snake Door.
Ooh, for that Future Perfect?
Well,
surely
to trash
you wouldn't.
the Caprice.
Ah, that's fair.
And then the Future Perfect.
Looks like Caprice comes over HQ here.
I now want that Snake Door even more.
I want the Sneak Door, and it also...
I also want the drive-by just to kill that Caprice.
It really seals up the remote there. We know that Noah's not going to be able to make a remote play for a little while here. He's spent his almighty upgrade already on HQ, so Sasha's got some time to work here. Runs R&D, sees a Pup. That's an exchange you're willing to make all the time when you're making 1 money back on every run. I'll pay 1 for R&D as long as it takes. Was Sasha on medium at this event, you know?
I don't think so. It feels too different for him to run it.
Feels a little... too wild.
I think he's just running Data Sucker.
Data Suckers, Breakers,
Anarch Breakers,
etc.
That's the name of the deck.
Yep.
Anarch Breakers, etc.
Boy, he plays a Passport a lot earlier here than I'm used to seeing him do, and I think that makes a lot of sense, obviously. You got Crix running around now. That really put the stock of code gates a little higher. He's got a Corroder in hand. That means he's got all ice types accounted for when he wants it. Does he want to show it? Yep, there it is.
Sasha's the kind of guy that doesn't care showing his hand.
He really, he's not looking to fool you.
He's not trying to be fancy.
He's just looking to outplay you.
He's just playing that runner.
Sundew, and there's the archives play there. Is that the Susan over there?
Probably not.
I would imagine it's probably not going over. Susan over there on Sundew, though, makes some sense. That'd be a pretty nice remote.
Be beefy.
I'm guessing it's probably that other Pup on archives. We can all agree to that? Is that fair?
That is fair.
So if you're Sasha, you're looking at Susan on the remote, Pup on archives, potentially some unknowns.
I think you run them.
Yeah, you've got all the
run R&D probably,
credits you
and
need
then
there.
Run the remote.
You're so right. R&D for 1. Get that remote. Blow through Susan. Trash it.
Inside job.
Ooh,
HQ.
inside job HQ. And Caprice happens.
Did you say he had a drive-by in his hand earlier?
He did have a drive-by, yep. But it's only on the remote, right? I forget how drive-by goes.
You expose a card is it in a remote server?
I think it's in a remote server. I think it's a remote server. Let's look it up.
I don't know.
Let's not mislead the people out here. Oh, and really pulls 2 off of Noah. That's actually pretty solid. I would not be disappointed to see him bid 2 there.
And then now, he can't raise that. Susan now.
Yeah,
in a remote server.
1 card installed in a remote server, yep. The new drive-by meta. Eli, okay, so the Susan is in hand still. That's probably good to know.
Click him through.
Is he clicking?
I don't know, but I would.
Well, if he wants to trash that Sundew, he better. Certainly not going to pay the money. I'll pay 4 and... Oh! I guess he would have the Despy credit, so he could barely get in there and trash it. Yeah, you click it. Let's just click it. Let's click it.
The math says you click it.
What do you guys think? You want to click that? Let us know.
Yes, you trash Sundew. It's a rule.
Let us know in the comments.
It's one of the unwritten rules of Netrunner.
Now, you could pay 4, gain 1 for Desperado, and trash Sundew.
But why?
And then go to 0 credits.
And then you click for 2 credits.
It's not worth it. I mean, unless you're clicking for 3. And he bounces.
The run?
Yeah, he bounces. Hits the Pup.
That hurts my soul, Steven.
Yeah, it's tough. You really want to trash that Sundew, Tim? I'm not. Sasha knows what he's doing, though.
He's so low on credits right now. Noah is.
Yep, remote happens. Goes up to 6 for the Sundew. Has a remote over there, face down, and installed up top on the Eli. Is that like a Susanoo? Can't res it, but is he bluffing it a little bit?
I think it's definitely Susanoo.
Or it could just be nonsense. That celebrity gift can work in both directions. It can really help help the corp do some good bluffs. Well, we got ourselves a game here, guys.
This is a very...
Strap in.
It's a very exciting game.
Sit tight.
And that there's actually a developed board on the replicating player's side right now, which is good.
What's Sasha doing? He just gained credits that turn?
I think so.
That's not what he does.
I think he tested... No, I don't know.
How is he not paying 1 to see R&D? I don't understand.
That'd be too easy, Steven.
I mean, he is doing it, isn't he?
Not
It's
anymore,
over.
he's not.
It's over now. All right, we test over there on the clinic. And
So
now
you get his Sunday credits? Or did you do that already?
there's the R&D interface, so we know he's not running medium. There's an Ichi. Yeah, you really just gotta what? Do you click that?
You have 2 clicks.
Just for a card on R&D? No, you probably ferry it so you can go get those credits over on security testing. Yeah, Sasha's gonna click it. Deciding. Did he jack out? No, he didn't.
No, he's increasing the trace.
There we go.
Trace 3.
Pays it. Pays 2.
Gets 1 back from Desperado.
Gets 1 back for Desperado. Sees the top card.
Top 2 cards.
Yep. 1 card. 2 card.
Stays. They
All right,
stay.
they both stay. So what does that tell us? That tells us HQ could be pretty solid. We got an early Caprice on HQ, so there could be some agendas in there.
I mean, he knows at least one is.
At least Future Perfect. I don't even consider that an agenda in this game.
It's just like a troll.
These replicating games, yeah, it's like I'm looking to steal NAPDs and Niseis. Although you really have to steal 1 Future Perfect. Just a bummer. And there goes the hedge fund.
Hedge fund credit.
This is where replicating starts to really take off. We've got the Sundew going. We've got 2 health clinics. Nothing to be done here on the economy side of this.
If he had trashed that Sundew...
Really, I mean, it just, you're right, it just changes things, Tim. It's really...
He's down 6 credits, right? He only has 5 credits right now, and he probably has less than that because he couldn't hedge fund.
It's true, man. It's true. I think, you know, the old... It's hard to stick by the essential wisdom of the game, because sometimes you get caught up and make bad plays because it's like always trash Sandstone, always trash Sundew. It's not always... But
it's
most of the time,
always.
It's going to work out. You look at the money that he's gained over the course of that basically decision, and it's hard to argue. And now Noah really starting to blow the credits out, and there's not going to be much to slow him down here. Tollbooth doing serious work on HQ. Always been a problem.
Still one of the best ice in the game.
Well, it's been such a problem for Criminal. Anarchs can deal with it pretty well. It's certainly better than anybody with David and Parasites and those kinds of things. And Shapers can deal with anything. So it really hurts the Criminals, I would say, the most.
Criminal has arguably the best answer, though, with them.
Yeah, that's true.
But it costs 9, which is fine.
It does cost 9. And they can also just inside job it. It's just hard on HQ. Especially with Caprice back there, taunting everybody. And all the health clinics out. A Sundew up and running. 5 free credits every time. All right, so at this point, it's one of those, and this is as Netrunner players, everybody listening, including and us talking at people, this is a really important part of the game, right? Insurmountable credit lead. Do you even bother trashing stuff? The answer generally is yes.
Yeah, you just have to.
You just try to start working it down because all this money will get spent.
There's one thing I've found in Netrunner. No matter how many credits you have, you will spend
You'll
them.
find a way to lose them. And we've got a new remote established, and there's a good probably 10 to 15 credits worth of losing money over there just on that ice tower alone. But
he can't score this agenda here.
Sasha's got so much work to do.
If Sasha has like a stem hack, he could do it, but
he doesn't strike me as a stem hack kind of guy.
He doesn't.
That's way too wild, and it's just not controlled enough. I think he's a very controlled guy. Gains money the hard way. Boy, he
ran archives for that.
Did you run archives? Okay. Installs Gordian. He's got Gordian and Passport. He's just building rigs all over.
Stim hack?
He's stim hacked, Tim! No, he didn't. Sasha, you crazy, beautiful man.
I did not peg him as a stim hacker.
Get in there, my friend. Ferry through that, Susan. You don't care. Ferry through it. Killer stim hack. It's incredible.
It's so good.
There's the ferry. We see the Lotus Field. Pays to get through. No problem. He gets the Nisei. That's what I'm talking about. That is how you win the game of Netrunner in 2015 right there, is a play like that.
It's stim hack.
You go back to the core set and you pull out your stim hack. Oh, it's so good. The setup there, Tim. The setup was just waiting for it. Saw it, and pounced. So, man, Noah, look at the credits go away, but they're coming right back. I think Noah can make a play right here immediately again. He can just install right there.
Unless Sasha's got another stim hack.
That's another stim hack, a same old thing.
That's all it takes is one more stim hack, one more stim.
Money in a rig. Save money.
You can't argue the pure economy efficiency of stim hack.
It's
one click for 9 credits and a run.
Can you imagine that was like a 4 influence card? Hashtag soapbox. Don't worry, I've been here before. I'm experienced on this Anarch soapbox. So we got a beautiful rig. I mean, you can break code gates 2 different kinds of ways.
2 different kinds of ways.
There's really very little reason to do it. Anything with passport, honestly, but you know.
There's reason.
Security testing doubling up. And you got it. You had to steal that Mark II, Tim, and it happened. Celebrity gift, Noah passing the cards over. There's a Future Perfect. And another celebrity gift. Got some Executive Boot Camp, Eli, and Toll Booth.
That is some beefy ice.
Good ice. Good ice. And I think we're going to get ourselves to an old school game of Netrunner here.
You mean credits versus ice versus icebreakers?
Credits, ice, icebreakers, the whole spread. I'm so happy to see all these different types of games happening. Man, get ready for Worlds. Let the testing begin, my friends.
Worlds is going to be crazy, though, because we're going to have data indefinitely by then.
It's going to be so much fun. I mean, we got to give a shout out to everybody in the Netrunner community. And it's not like, a lot of times you see all sorts of game communities just kind of, you know, doing the old pat on the back for no real reason. You know, it's like our community is the best and these kinds of things. I'm part of a lot of communities, as you are as well.
Yep.
And Netrunner is special. It's not better. It's just great. It's different. Every community brings something to the table, and just the overall kind of acceptance and casual nature of the Netrunner community for a competitive card game is really fantastic. The best parts of this game are after hours, you know?
Yeah.
You even saw that at Gen Con this year.
Yep, it's all about the people.
It's beautiful. So let's keep it up.
Double
keep
security
it up, guys.
testing here.
Keep positive. Let's take care of each other out there in the net.
Yeah.
You watching Mr. Robot, by the way?
I'm not yet.
Oh my gosh.
It's on my list.
I've told you a million times.
I know. You've told me twice, but...
It's literally, it's just Netrunner, with Ben Ruggles as the main character, as Exile.
Ben Ruggles as Exile.
Yeah. Install Advance over there in the remote from Noah.
What?
And installs over the top on the toll booth.
Yeah.
That looks like
That's totally a toll booth.
We got ourselves an inside job coming through the pipe here.
Inside job? Yeah, definitely. Definitely inside job.
I don't know. Sasha sometimes only runs one of those hat trick kind of cards. He probably runs like one stim hack, one inside job, one drive-by. He's kind of a toolboxy guy. I don't know if he runs same olds, though. Man, and
Sasha's running inside job.
Noah's got to be ready for anything.
Guaranteed.
He has at least one, but he's already played it, right? He played it on HQ early.
He has more.
Does he have more?
He has to.
I don't know, man. He's wild. He doesn't do a lot of those kinds of cards.
He loves inside job.
That's fair.
It's like his baby.
And man, do you even make a play for that? Here's the question: do you make a play for that, Tim? I mean, that's the first thing you got to know. Do you even go, like? Let's just assume you have tools. Do you go for it? Is it NAPD?
I think you at least run the remote, make him res that ice.
Looks like he's just going to security test on archives and then security test on a health clinic. So he's getting some cash. Noah's going to score this one out, and we'll see if it's a Mark II. It is an NAPD.
That's good.
That was fair.
That's
so
fair.
Sasha making the bet here that was not a Mark II. Pretty reasonable odds that it wasn't. Noah just shoving the NAPD out. and he should be set up to move on a future perfect pretty quick. But I think he's going to have to get Sasha to make a bad run before he can really score it well. Or he can get a Caprice going and just kill the one on HQ.
You know what one of the hardest things in Netrunner to do is, though, Steven? Get Sasha to make a bad run.
Score, yeah. Score, I was going to say score 5-3.
No, that's Bush
That's
League.
doable. All right, and so now the money machine that Sasha's built here is starting to print cash. Interest rates are low.
Printing money.
He's printing money over here, devaluing the currency. And no, on the other hand, at a lusty 30 credits. These guys, these titans are just gonna clash here. And man, I'm literally on the edge of my seat. You guys can tell, I'm sure. Tim is much more collected than I am. He's been playing more recently than I have, so this is kind of old hat. Although then again, I mean, half the cards here are core sets, so I can't be too surprised, right?
I mean, almost none of them are core set on the front or corp side.
I guess I am talking almost exclusively about Sasha, who has.
Because Tobuth is the only one on the corp side. I mean.
What about Ichi?
Oh, that's an Ichi. You're right.
What up now, dog?
Two cards. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Out of about 20.
That's fair. It's totally fair. All right, we got security testing all over those health clinics. So 2 health clinics are being tested.
Making sure that the health clinics.
Yeah, quite the opposite. Usually the health clinic's the one doing the testing. Am I right?
Hey-yo.
Boy, Tollbooth, let it be known that that's a good 8 credit investment to shut down HQ for what, 20 turns now?
The whole game.
All right, so checking R&D, and there's the toll booth.
So what's in that remote?
Great play by Noah McKee, ladies and gentlemen. That is an excellent, excellent play there.
So what's on that remote, Steven?
I would say
Eli.
Yep. A top-down Eli, or it could be something weird like a Sarugi we could see. We haven't had a real good play over there. Could be, man. Noah's a wild man. You never know what you're going to see. You never know. Could also be just like an Enigma, right? It's like, that's annoying to break. Not hard, but annoying.
It's probably a troll.
Yeah, it's just a random troll. All right, Sasha bounces. R&D is locked down here, guys. And we're going to double security test, and that is just money. So Sasha's not playing the denial strategy. He's playing the race strategy. He's going to get just as many credits. The problem is that the Psy game don't care how many credits you got. It's not an Ash Trace. It's none of that. It's literally just random chance.
That's fair. That's completely fair. Now, I have a question, Steven. This
yes,
upgrade
tell
on the
me what
remote
to do.
here. Is it a Caprice or is it the baddie? Or is it an Ash? Because if it's a Caprice, do you res it and trash the other one so he doesn't drive by it?
Yeah, you do. You do. I mean, but how many drive-bys does Sasha run? He probably runs 1. He probably runs 1. He doesn't have room. What's he going to take out?
We don't know that. Noah doesn't know that. There's still 20 cards in that deck.
I may have looked at his deck list and known that he's running 1. And he's probably blabbing about it at the tournament anyway. None of these guys can keep their mouth shut about their decks.
It's very true.
None of them. Top 16, you just get together and you're like, hey, what are you playing? Of course, they could all be lying, too. Maybe that's part of the game. All right, we got a 2-2 down-the-line kind of game here. This is classic, guys. This is just absolutely classic. If you thought Netrunner was in any kind of a compromised place in the metagame or the cards that have come out or whatever, you're just dead wrong. Just dead wrong. Who wouldn't want to play this game? You got to make this decision, right? Like, there's not a right decision. There's not a right play. Like, what does Sasha do here, Tim? Tell me.
I think he's going to run that remote.
There it is. It's the Eli.
And he's in.
And our instincts were strong.
He's got to win a Psy game.
He's got to win a Psy game. And the Caprice comes up. That Caprice goes away on HQ. And Sasha now going to shake the credits in his hand. I don't know how that at all matters.
What matters, Steven?
But it's still 2.
It matters.
Wait, how does he... we're seeing his process here. It's unbelievable. 1v2, so he misses. And this gets scored out.
Scored.
Oh, man.
Welcome to
now
the game.
This is where Sasha gets dangerous. We know this, okay? We know this is where it gets weird. Sasha now will just start doing weird stuff, and it starts to work. Now we're going to see if we can turn this one around. Noah is so well set up. I can't even imagine. I didn't even see Dan in all of his Worlds games set up this well. Got a Caprice up in a wickedly good remote. Got a Sundew up in a very well protected remote. Got 3 health clinics all functioning. Toll boosts on the outside of both central servers. Pup and an unknown on archives. I mean, Tim, you can't build a better board than this. You could literally tell me at the start of the game, build a replicating board with X amount of cards, and if I built this, it would be the best.
It's arguably the best. There would be a res toll booth on archives as well.
I mean, it might be hyperbolic. I've been known to be a little hyperbolic in my day.
This is the most hyperbolic thing.
That's comedy. We told you we were going to be with you guys throughout these games, keeping you entertained. Because sometimes you're just staring at a board here, like this moment that we find ourselves in right now.
Sasha's just trying to dig. He's digging.
There's a subtle art to commentary, you know? Subtle art. To be entertaining without being outrageous.
Sometimes you need to be outrageous, though.
A little outrageous. I think we can afford a little bit of outrageous. We can cash that check, guys.
Outrageosity.
We can cash that check.
So Sasha's just trying to dig here, right?
I mean, this is kind of the position that everyone finds themselves in when and there's a count siphon. That's the beginning of the real dig there. All right, pays to get through the toll booth. Loses 5.
I hope he just siphons
gains 10.
again and siphons again. It's 3 siphons in a row.
Just 3 siphons. He's going to get tagged up here. I think he's just going to float these.
I think so, too. There's no reason not to. Is Noah really going to take turns to trash his security testings?
No. No, he's not. Although he could. He could. He's pretty well secured here. Now, keep in mind, Noah could have used that Mark II counter. Not necessary, not worth doing, but
he could have. Why is he siphoning?
I think it was just a raw economic exchange.
So just gaining 3 credits?
Yeah, just gaining some money. And it doesn't hurt you to take away 5 from Noah. That's fine. And there's another reason. Shutdown. Does he siphon again? Yep. Nope. Legwork. Does he pay the 8 and then end it? No, he doesn't end it. And he legworks for 3 cards, and there's not going to be a single agenda in there.
Gotcha. It's a virus suite.
Yeah. Do you even bother trashing that? Remember now, Sasha does run data suckers. He's just never seen them this game.
He doesn't really need them in this game. It doesn't help him at all. Wait.
He's going to go ahead and gas it. And then finally the Jackson. And does he not trash it? Doesn't trash it. Okay.
There's 1 res on the table.
That's completely fair, Tim. I had missed that utterly. Back over to Noah. And he really just is looking for agendas here.
Yep.
And he's just going to draw 2, I imagine.
How about that turn from Sasha?
That's not bad.
That's a good turn.
All right, so install is over the top.
He did trash both security testings.
And he's trashing the testings. All right. Noah making the bold play here, and I think that's a really nice shut down that long-term economy, man. Shut it down. This is going to be potentially a slugfest until he gets his agenda in hand, and then he's got to make choices. So I think this ship is sinking, Tim. I don't know that Sasha can bail this one out. I always say that though.
I was about to say, if I had $1 for every time I've said that about Sasha.
I mean, Sasha's been playing a good game for not seeing his standard, which is Data Sucker. But a weak turn there, 2 cards and 2 credits, always tough.
And that's game.
And Noah installs and advances twice. Now we see it, okay?
So he's got to get in the server twice.
Well, he's got an inside job. And yeah, he could throw a Hail Mary, 2 cards off of R&D. He could see like a Nisei NAPD and try to... Lord help me. So takes the Ichi. Gonna take the pup. He's gonna have
going
one
for the Hail Mary.
So he's gonna, if he sees like NAPD and Future Perfect and win, I can't win. I guess it depends on the order. Now you'd have to bet 0. This is just a tough Hail Mary here.
And then now he inside jobs the R&D again. He's going for a shot. Like, this is a shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to end with 2 credits. Hope it doesn't hit an NAPD.
That's right, man. This is the shot you got to make. Talk about, you got to find a way to win here, guys. This is correct.
He found it. It's not the best, but it's there.
Not the best, but it is a way to win, yep. And there goes Katie. Too little too late on Katie there.
0 cards in hand, seeing top 2.
Gains the credit for Desperado so he can play the side game. And stays. And stays. All right, hey, that was a great shot. You got to do it. Great job, Noah. Laying it down with replicating perfection. Sasha goes to the loser's bracket. Thank you guys so much for watching this. This has been an absolute pleasure to broadcast. We're Team Covenant. If you like anything that you see on the board, credit-wise and click tracker-wise, we do sell that on our store, and that helps us keep going. So check those out. They're called data tokens if you're interested. Tim, let's go to the next game, shall we?
See you guys there.